than it normally is. We'll call this my birthday update. All the ugly scaffolding you see behind me, some of the big trucks, they're cleaning up after the marathon. And I'll have more on the marathon later. My dad successfully completed his 5th marathon, so congratulations to him. And I've even got a little bit of a 49ers tie into the marathon, and then an even bigger 49ers tie-in as it relates to American football from out here in Europe to give to you guys a little bit later, but I have some footage to edit to make that all happen. We are leaving Prague tomorrow, so I wanted to give you guys one last little walkthrough. This one at night. We did a cool one during the day. We're gonna take a different kind of path here at night. So one last look at Old Town Square, the Teen Cathedral, TYN. There you can see that. People having a good time, and they're cleaning up again. All the barricades, all that good stuff from the marathon is all being cleaned up. We're gonna go right to the side of this cathedral right now. I'm gonna show you guys the little back alleys of Old Town Prague, starting with this one. There's a Czech flag. See the red, white, and blue? Same colors as the US flag, but we can sneak in here right underneath this. This thing is, how did they build this? I think they essentially had massive piles of dirt, massive mounds of dirt that they were able to use to get very, very high up in the sky with these cathedrals. But Rome wasn't built overnight, neither was Prague, neither were the 49ers, who have had to take several years to build a roster as strong as they have right now. But it has certainly turned into something impressive, and now they've just got to add the very last part to the spire. And once the 49ers do that, then they're going to be a team who I think can legitimately win multiple Super Bowls, maybe not just one. I mean, Brock Purdy, he's still on a rookie contract right now. That's one thing, maybe I should add Brock Purdy into the title, because I want to talk about the inflection point that's coming up for the 49ers. A lot of people are analyzing this wrong. A lot of people think that the 49ers window, by the way, we have another really interesting fork in the road. Maybe the 49ers will be in the fork in the road next year. We can either go down that narrow street. One option was over there. The other option is this tunnel. Looks pretty fun over there. People having a good time, but I don't want to go to a loud spot. I want to talk about the Niners. So I could go to the third option, which is this tunnel right behind me. Probably going to go into that one after coming from here, that little one behind me. So we're going into this tunnel. Anyway, fork in the road for the 49ers next year when they have to pay Brock Purdy. But, paying one of the best quarterbacks in football should not be cause for hand-wringing and concern. Paying one of the best quarterbacks in football means that you're about to make a long-term commitment to the centerpiece of a football team that could keep you good for a long time. Are you going to have to rearrange some deck chairs? Of course. But teams look for a quarterback as good as Brock Purdy. It's miraculous that the 49ers got him at pick number 262, but it's not a problem that you have to pay him. I mean, are you out of your mind? These people that are acting like it's a problem, like they're going to have to completely break up the football team in a way that's never going to allow them to contend again. You wouldn't pay him. You wouldn't think about paying him if that were the case. But this is one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the entire NFL. One of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. And the 49ers will be really happy when they reach the fork in the road to where they have to pay Brock Purdy a lot of money, because it will have meant that he delivered another top-level efficiency season. He delivered he delivered half of a season in 2022, delivered another, this time a full one, efficient season in 2023, and with one more, he will deserve a $50+ million contract, and the 49ers will be more than happy to pay it to him. And guess what? They've drafted really well. They've built a really good roster. They'll be able to keep a lot of the core around Brock Purdy. Will they be able to keep everybody? Probably not. But these contracts have outs. Players phase out of systems all the time. This is the NFL. I don't really think it's something to worry about. I am also not worried about my walk right here because I know this city like the back of my hand. I continue to move through Old Town. I have turned 36 years old today. I think I was actually born at 7 p.m. Pacific time on May 5th, 1988, but we're 9 hours ahead of you. I'm walking back to the hotel where my wife is waiting, so we'll hang out for a few more minutes before I get there. I just decided to make a little last walk to Old Town Square before we fly out to our next location here in Europe tomorrow. The detail on some of these churches is just awesome. This is just a random church as I continue to walk through Old Town. And you can see, I think that's the Baroque style. Really nice detail. Keep on going. Appreciate all the birthday wishes. It's been a fun one. Wait till I have a chance to show you. This is why you need to subscribe right now, because I'm working on something really cool from Prague that's gonna be able to delve into a little more detail of this epic day, show you a little bit more of this city, talk a little bit more about the 49ers. But I'm gonna toss Brock Purdy into that headline because I know we're talking about that inflection point. There's the team that you build around a rookie quarterback with a lot of high-priced veteran contracts. And there is the team that you can build after that. And I think that, one is not completely opposite of the other. You can have high-priced veteran contracts around a high-priced quarterback. You probably just can't have as many of them. But in all cases, it's really, really important to draft well. And I think that's why this 2024 draft that just passed, and I'll be back in the Bay Area by this weekend for rookie minicamp. I think that's why this draft carried so much importance in terms not of necessarily finding star power, but in terms of infusing the roster with youth. You've got a top-heavy roster right now. You're about to pay the quarterback. There may be some transitioning at the very top of things, but the absolute key, if you are the 49ers, is to ensure that you do not let the roster age into something that is unable to sustain itself to the back half of seasons, that struggles with the fact that it's not young anymore. And I think focusing on the relative athletic scores, focusing on sheer athleticism in this past draft was really important for the 49ers to fortify the team outside of the core with a type of youth that is so important in the NFL. So they're working toward that fulcrum point of paying Brock Purdy by making sure that the roster around him is taken care of. We're just around the corner. Oh, there we are, beautiful. The Hotel Paris. Like I said, yesterday, I think I started the live walk through Prague talking about how this city is like centrally located in Europe, geographically right in the middle of everything. And because of that, you have influences from all around the continent. Well, behind me, that looks a whole lot like Paris. When you take a look at that building, the trees, the ornate windows, and if I step a little bit closer here, well, this doesn't look like Paris anymore. This looks like medieval times down that street. So from medieval times to Paris in the glorious era of the 1800s. And we're staying there, so it's gonna be all good. My wife really likes the antique store across the street. Don't let her anywhere near there. Gonna have to make some more videos if we let her anywhere near there. But anyway, here it is, the Hotel Paris. Here's Prague. I'll say good night. It's my birthday, I'm back, so time for me to sign off and chill.